and welcome to HANSA.newscast. I'm Janne Silden, and today I'm joined by Frederik Lerche-Tornø. That's a Danish name, really hard for a Norwegian to pronounce because I missed the potato in my throat. But anyhow, welcome, Frederik.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we're going international because you are a CEO of Oceanly. And you are from Denmark, and Oceanly spans Italy to Denmark, but of course also Norway. So you have Italian passion and animated discussions, meeting Danish consensus and understatement. So how is this mix creating a winning team?
I think it's exactly what a good team needs, actually. We are fired up with passion from Italy and a good portion of structure from Scandinavia. So no, I think it creates a really good team. We have a fantastic team. So we've been working together for many years. Most of us have been here for years. Part of the team has been here from the very beginning, the outset of the product, when the product was launched 12 years ago. So in Oceanly, you can say within the Oceanly years, we've had a retention rate of 100% so far. So I think we can say we have an amazing team and love working together, all of us. So
yeah. So how is the story of Oceanly? Because I understand it's quite an interesting one.
Yeah, it's Oceanly was started in December of 22 as an entity that was established to buy out the performance division from the previous owners. So I used to work, and many of my colleagues, almost all of us, except the newcomers during the Oceanly period, we all came from IB/Euribia Marine, who were the previous owners of the product, the customer base and everything. And they decided to carve out, sell off the performance division, and Oceanly was set up and established to buy out all the IP rights and the customers, the partners, and of course the team and everything. So that's why, even though we are a young company as Oceanly, we go back to 2013 when the product was launched for the first time.
Yeah. So your motto is don't wait for zero, start with less. This is a really nice slogan. Why do you believe operational optimization deliver faster impact than waiting for new fuels or propulsion technologies?
Well, it's a double-edged question, really, because while technology is getting available now for new fuels, it's there's bio LNG. We're having ammonia now. We're having methanol. Ships are being built. Also, bunkering these new fuels. But there's still a shortage, and it's gonna take many years before the infrastructure is available globally to supply the entire global fleet with green fuels or biofuel alternatives. And so we believe that in that interim period, the best way you can obtain results is by looking into energy savings, adopting technologies that are already readily available, and also trial and tested and working, basically. And of course, Oceanly, we sit on some of that. We don't sit on the entire portfolio across the landscape. There's wind sails, and there's the bubble effect under the hull, and there's like propeller modifications. Of course, we don't do that, but we sit on a section of what you could call available technology. And we believe that that's something that, even if you're a shipping company looking into green fuels, you should never vacate or abandon the thought of energy saving. Now, simply just because it makes sense, but also because realistically then green fuels are going to be expensive. They are not going to be cheap for the most forecasts at the moment. And that means if you already have a structure and an operational pattern of fuel saving, you're also going to save on these coming fuels, expensive fuels. So there's just, what can we say? It's all green, it's all positive. You should do it for sure.
Yeah, it's very logical. So, Frederik, let's get tangible. Can you walk us through Oceanly's role on MSC Euribia, and what exactly did you deliver, and what gains did you achieve?
So, MSC Cruises has been a customer of Oceanly since 2021. We supply our entire portfolio of performance products to MSC Cruises and the entire fleet, so not only Euribia, but also because the Euribia is part of the MSC Explorer fleet. So we supply to both them, but also the MSC Cruises directly. We supply our performance platform, both with high-speed data collection and new reporting, and then all of our associated optimization modules and features are used by them. Yeah.
Yeah, and what is the gain you achieve?
We have around, as we stated, and also we have stated previously, together with MSC, I have to say, it's not something we do without their consent, of course. We've documented around 6% saving, and this has been from optimizing utilization of auxiliary machinery, route optimization, hull conditions, both propeller and the hull on fouling. But then it's also been monitoring energy consumers on board, because a cruise ship has some vast consumers. Yes. For maintaining or running the hotel side. So it's simply in collaboration with them, and of course highly driven by MSC Cruises themselves. We have helped them establish some KPIs and targets to monitor when certain parameters are not in line with forecast or expectations, so they can take action on those things.
Yeah. So how about different segments in the shipping, like tankers and ro-ro operators? They are also customers of yours. How is that different to cruise?
I think the biggest part of change, you can say, or difference is of course it lies in the fact that the other sectors you mentioned, they don't often, I'm not saying they never do, but in most cases they don't know their itinerary very far into the future. A container ship might, a box ship might know quite long into the future, but the other sectors you mentioned, LNG, bulk, tankers, they quite often know the next voyage, maybe one after that. It means obviously there's a limitation to long-term planning, where cruise ships, they are planned almost from dry dock to dry dock. They have a 2-year itinerary that is detailed on the minute. And of course that gives some other possibility for long-term planning that has also been part of what we are helping MSC Cruises with.
Yeah. So your platform, how does it stand out compared to others?
I think one of the biggest, without saying that we are the only ones, because I don't think we are, but definitely one of the big differentiators that we have is that our solution is a very high-end, like ship and shore is the same thing. So we always use the term fleet transparency. So what we install on the shore into a cloud environment, where obviously on the shore you can see all ships, but we install the same application onto the ship. And this means that any dashboard that you design on the shore side, you can distribute to the ship. Any alarm you decide to have in the office, you can decide that the crew has it 2 hours before you. Any report, any screen of the application can be made available for the crew. I think this is what we call fleet transparency. It's a bit of also a motto that we have, or a value add that we really try and emphasize. Because one of the things that often goes wrong when you talk about performance optimization is that a company will collect a lot of data from the ship, maybe high-speed data. They put it in a cloud on the shore side. Then they collect the noon reports and they put that in a shoreside cloud as well. Then they merge all of that into a very nice looking report, and they send that to the ship, and then the ship says, well, we can't recognize these numbers. Where are this coming from? And how did you do that? How did you get that? Because that's not what we are seeing. So by installing the total application on the ship with the same data set, exactly the same data structure, exactly the same look and feel, and giving the crew the access to go into the same data, now you can have a debate, you can have a discussion about what happened, because we're not talking about what we are looking at. We're talking at why are we looking at what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This is a huge value add, we believe, and it's something we do believe we do quite different compared to a lot of other systems out there. So we call it fleet transparency, meaning that the whole company is looking at the same from ship to shore.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up, Frederik, with a personal note, because I really noticed when we're talking, you really love your job. So what do you love most about what you do?
Oh, that's a very broad question. I almost started in shipping when I was 15. I went to a maritime boarding school that was all light blue, sponsored by Maersk, when I was 15 years old. And I just fell in love with ships, basically. So I hope I will die in this industry.
So thanks a lot, Frederik, for sharing insights, both company-wise and personally.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening to HANSA.newscast. Subscribe now for more insights and stories from the world of shipping. And feel free to visit HANSA.news and sign up for the HANSA newsletter to stay up to date. And hey, see you at the next episode. Bye.